Here's the thing. I mean,
stuff,
you messing with grown folks. Why I ain't married Bill Cosby? He ain't forced himself on nobody. He got 5 new cases.
Yeah.
But if they volunteers and they grown, God bless him, man.
You know, Michael Jackson had 3 cases after he died.
After he died?
After he died.
His mic on. Is Bulldog, his mic on?
After Michael Jackson died, he had 3 cases put on him for that money.
After he died?
After he died.
That's bad. When you did.
Bill Cosby gonna have cases on him after he dies.
They
That's all it is.
They trying to they need to let Bill alone. And these cases now, all of them 40 years old. It was 40 years ago.
The thing is, they've been stealing black people money forever. So they make it so easy that they like, even after the brother dead, it still ain't his money. He be like, I done died, I don't owe none of y'all. And then somebody still come out the woodworks and say, he touched me, you owe me half of his estate or something.
Well, you think Kelly ought to get some of the money from his album?
He made the song.
Yeah, if he made any of his music, he should get the money. What you doing? I mean, what we talking about, I mean, I feel you. They okay, I'm sure he was a predator if that's what they want to say, but that's what, I don't believe what I see on TV. And it ain't always as crystal clear. It's always gray areas. I mean, if you look at it 50 years ago, it was all right for a 12-year-old girl to be swept off her feet by a 40-year-old man.
No, that was not all right.
Back in the day. Now,
not
you
in this country.
But not back in the
not
day.
12,
like,
dog. My granddaddy married my grandmama, and she was 17. He was 19, but not 12.
Oh, that ain't that much. That ain't that bad.
You going to Thailand. Now, Thailand is all right today.
Or the Philippines.
And that's my explanation of it. R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, they go to these foreign countries where it's acceptable. But you can't bring that back over here where it ain't. You got to respect the laws of the land. God bless Brittany Griner. I'm glad she back. And everybody talking about she went over there with a legal amount of weed. Legal here.
Right.
But when you in somebody else's, on somebody else's land, you got to respect the laws of the land, man. It ain't like America. We on that supremacy bullshit, just like, white supremacy, American supremacy. You think your law, what you think, rules the world? You go, it was a minimal amount of weed. Yeah, it's minimal over here.
Right.
But over there, they got zero tolerance.
But did you hear what Biden said? Biden said, when you're traveling, be sure you know the laws of the country.
Exactly.
Translation, we ain't doing this no more.
Exactly.
That's what I took from it.
And they gave up a known killer and arms dealer for Brittany Griner. Now, a lot of people getting mad at the people. The conservatives are saying that ain't right. But I'm a little bit, I'm with them on one hand I ain't. Because a life is a life. And so you going to value the arms dealer, even though that's a worse crime. But you going to value his life more than you value the sisters, or, I guess Brittany is a sister.
Yeah, she is a sister.
She's a big sister, though.
Basically, they told her she got to win 4 gold medals in her career. And they was like, they'll squash the debt. You know what I'm saying? But she
Who said that?
She going to be playing in every Olympics until she die. I guarantee you she's going to play.
I bet she won't play if it's in Russia.
She won't play high no more either.
But my thing is this. What they're saying is Russia said either take Brittany or no deal. Take her or nothing.
Right.
So I talked to a few soldiers that are not happy about it. So I asked them, I said, well, if Russia is saying take her or take nothing, leave it all on the table, do you leave it all on the table? 2 of them said leave it all on the table.
I heard people say that.
And the other 2 said, well, if that was the only deal, then bring her home.
Yeah.
So people are like, and I'm with you, DC, a life is a life. And if Russia's saying we're not going to let Paul go, it's a done deal. Either take her or leave it or take nothing.
I got to give it up to Joe Biden, because the general assessment of black people in America is that you worth less than other people. Mm-hmm. Now, sure, the man had committed more crimes, according to this country. Mm-hmm. But a life is a life. Mm-hmm. And so you can get this girl out of doing 9 years, whoever you got to give up. Because you wasn't giving the man the death penalty. Mm-mm. If you was getting him death penalty, it'd be different. So she back. And then I saw the rest of the WNBA girls. They saying that they make in Russia playing basketball in 1 month what they make in the WNBA for a year. That's the general rule.
Yep. For the whole season. That's why they going. That's why they're going to different countries.
Man, let me tell you, if I go to Russia and do one show and make $1 million, excuse me.
That's it.
And then if you take me to me,
I'm out of here.
You going to Russia?
I'd be scared that at any time, I think it set a bad precedent when you can say, okay, we got a semi-famous American and we'll trade him for an arms dealer. Like, if that's the case, anybody who, like, they can snatch somebody who just on tour going to one of them stands.
They could.
Or
they could.
Or whatever them stands. They can just kidnap Brad Pitt.
They could.
And sell them for the most warlord
they
person
could.
in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Could.
So they could really just now, they just like, we ain't even got to really do no real war stuff. All we got to do is
that's what's going on now.
Snatch famous white people.
That's why you got to watch going over there. But I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that it was all set up. Because of the minimal amount. This United States keep on saying it was such a minimal amount. That's why I don't believe it was all set up. Because if I'm Russian and I'm going to set something like that up, I'm going to put a key on it.
Make it big.
I'm not going to put a little bit on it. I'm going to put an overwhelming amount on it. So when they say it was just a little bit, that right there tells me it wasn't no setup.
I think they said Christmas came early. That's when it happened. They said, "Oh, we're gonna take advantage of this." Yeah.
I mean, my thing is, if they
that was
really
a
wanted to do
happenstance
that,
thing.
if it's that many Americans in Russia and they really want to be about that life, they could be like, "Oh, y'all got to stay for right now."
Say what now?
They could be like, "Oh, y'all got to stay for right now." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they really want to be on some, so they don't have to go out their way for one. And then Brittany Griner, it got to be some better people to snatch than Brittany Griner.
No, because of publicity.
Yeah.
See now, it's a boy over there, ex-Marine.
Paul.
Yeah.
I'll forget his
that
last
they
name.
won't bring back. Yeah. But now I'm gonna tell you, I got mixed emotions about that too, because I'm telling you, man, some of these people they snatch in these foreign countries and lock up and say they spies. They spies. They spies. So if you're in the game, don't come crying to me when you get snatched up. You in the game. That's what you getting paid to do. What the hell are you doing over there?
Yep.
He an ex-Marine. What he over there just what? Sightseeing? Oh, come on, man.
I mean think
got
about
caught.
this.
Boy, a spy.
Look, you know what? Whenever you go to a foreign country, they watch you. They watch what you do, what you say.
Yeah, they watch.
If you do what they don't like, they're gonna lock you up. Just like that guy in Korea that they locked up because he was defacing property or something like that. He was trying to steal something.
Yeah, he over there going in Korea doing graffiti.
You cannot go overseas and think that the rules don't apply to you.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You are not American in a non-American country.
That's what but it's that old American supremacy. Yeah. And we ain't but 5% of the total population. Less than that. Less than 350 million people in America out of 7 billion and something in the world. We ain't even 5%. Most people live in India, right? I think population in India is first, China second. United States way down totem pole, but we think we running third.
I think Russia is third.
Russia's third, and we way down. No, Russia ain't even third, man. I think Russia is third with regards to land, but regards to people, I think America got more people than Russia.
I would agree with that.
But less land.
Yeah.
But you can't just go in somebody. You can't just go in a man. I smoke cigars. I don't even smoke in nobody else's house or car, nothing. But you can't just go and disrespect a person's land.
Right.
But at the same time, is it still, like I know in America, prison is big business, and they like to fill them with black people.
Oh, no doubt about it.
That, they get a check for every black person they have in there.
Yeah, and they say Michael Jordan, or they say Michael Jordan on a lot of them.
I believe it, but if they can throw the book at you, they'll use you as an example and then give a white person or whoever else.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Give them a pass. So is it big business overseas the same way? Is it prisons and big business and they waiting on a black person to mess up the same way?
I think this was totally
I don't think it's
political.
about black people when you're talking about across seas. It's about Americans because there's a lot of white Americans locked up across seas. I didn't know it was that many of them locked up until they get on and say free my child.
So you saying that ain't got nothing to do with Brittany Griner being black? It's more about her being American than black?
No.
I feel as though it's more.
As far as Russia snatching up?
Yes.
No,
it
had to do with her.
Let me tell you something, man.
If they say somebody went to jail for a little bitty amount of weed, in your mind, I'm gonna be like, oh, it must be a black person. Somebody went to jail for
let me tell you, man. Them Russians study all other countries. They study America. They got spies over here. They study this culture, and they knew that if they got a basketball star, a black woman, they like shit. This payday. We got a black woman basketball star, and they studied American culture, and they knew that black folk would be raised in hell.
Yep.
They that deep into it, man. They ain't just watching CNN. They over here. The spies over here. We got spies over there. They got spies over there.
And the
You got spies everywhere, bro.
LGBT, that played a really big part in it as well.
You finna get, see?
Oh, Lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's all the alphabets.
All the alphabets that apply.
So they picked the perfect minority person to.
Yeah, we got all of those. She's black,
let's put it
she's
this way.
famous. She a woman.
So if you would have got caught,
black,
well, not the main, yeah.
Would they have done the same thing for me?
Yeah.
No.
I think black
That's
was
why.
probably at the bottom of the totem pole, though.
No, they wouldn't done the same thing for me. I'm not a star.
Right.
They wouldn't have done it for you either. You ain't no star. So people was arguing. They was saying, well, if that had been, like a lot of the LGBTQ community was saying, well, if that had been LeBron, we would have got him back sooner. Well, let's face it. If it hadn't been Britney, he'd still be over there. So naturally, LeBron a bigger star than her. So naturally, they would have went over. They would have done more quicker to get him back.
But if it had been the most famous blonde white girl, they'd have snatched. They'd have went back and got. They'd have went some covert operation.
If it had been Tom Brady, they'd have got him back the same day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if it was a woman, to me, if it was a white woman that they loved, they would have got a Jennifer Aniston or was a Joe.
But part of that is about your stardom, man. Because if it been just a regular black woman, and I'm slow to say Brittany Griner is the only black woman in a foreign land in prison. I don't believe. I mean, but she the only one you heard about. It was all about publicity, man, and what's going on. But they were arguing if Tom Brady was, man, they went and got Tom Brady that day.
They would have sent some SEALs in to go get him.
Yeah.
And see, that's what the soldiers were that I was talking to was saying. They was like, you gave up this man for entertainer. So people are not too
I'd
rather
look at it as it was a life for a life. But I'm telling you, were the soldiers you were talking to black or white?
Two of them was black, one was Asian, and
there's an underlying current that says the white boy was worth more than Brittany Griner. Mm-hmm. But in my mind,
that's what
he wasn't over there playing no basketball. He's a spy. Mm-hmm. If you in the game, you get what you get, man.
But he made a whole lot more still missing the point.
He made a whole lot more money than she did.
Russia said either take Brittany or nobody. He wasn't even on the table.
Yeah, they could say that.
He wasn't even a part of the deal.
And their reason makes sense to me, even though it may have been some racism in there. But their reason is, this boy was a spy. We ain't finna turn him loose. Mm-hmm. Even though the Russian boy we turned loose supposedly was a killer and an arms dealer. But they said, we ain't finna turn this spy.
They want to see how bad America wanted.
We'll give you the power forward.
Yeah. But that's about all you're going to get.
Yeah. But stay home.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what really got a home.
And they knew it would create a lot of riff over here. Like I said, they don't just be over here watching news. They study the culture, man. Mm-hmm. All them spies. That's what that boy was doing over there, studying their culture. That's old news, man.
Mm-hmm. He just got caught up.
Got caught up. And I think he got, 15 years?
I think it was 10. It's 15? No, he's doing 4. He's done 4
already.
So I thought it was
he got
10.
15 total.
Do your time, boy. In the words of my boy, Earthquake. I talked to him earlier today. Go on to prison, boy. Keep your head up and your ass down. We'll be right back.